Before I begin today's video, I'd like to clarify a little change going forward. I'm changing the name of the series from What I Learned to So I Played. I have a few reasons for doing so, but the biggest one was I'm not an educator. I'm not extensively playing these games for hundreds of hours in an attempt to hone in on every little detail and try to explain how that impacts my outlook on a video game. These videos sometimes can get very long, and even then I feel like most of the time I'm just introducing a game, its concepts, and my general first impressions. Writing down the things I've learned about the stuff I played feels like an afterthought. It's not helpful to the casual gamer such as myself, but it's also not all that helpful for aspiring game devs either. So instead, I'm just gonna change the name of the series to reflect its true nature. I'm getting around to playing and beating all the games I missed out on as a kid, documenting my thoughts along the way. And with all that said, on with the video. Recently, I was talking to someone about RPGs. I was telling them how the last one I had played was Final Fantasy IV for a YouTube video, and they asked whether or not I would make one on Golden Sun. While I do own a legitimate copy, I said it would be unlikely. I want to aim for a video per month with this series, and thanks to my real-life obligations, I just can't play anything I want for this channel. Playing and recording 20 hours for an RPG to make a 15-minute video about my opinions on it isn't as easy as playing a quick and dirty platformer, especially when I need to scrub through hours of footage to find relevant talking points to line up with these voiceovers. I think this is really unfortunate because I love RPGs. Pokemon is my game. I love Persona 5 and I'm really looking forward to the new Dragon Quest HD 2D remakes. If I had the time or the financial stability to dedicate towards these games, I would, believe me. So, fast forward to me seeing a neat little game called Suits, a business RPG available on Steam for only $1, estimated to be about 4 hours long. It was love at first sight. And let me tell you, that art style did not hurt its chances. The hand-drawn black and white art style really makes the world feel emotionless and corporate. It looks like something a board member would doodle on some old paperwork during an unnecessary meeting while their boss just yaps on and on and on. What are you looking at me for? I also think it's just such a funny contrast to Hi-Fi Rush that's also a critique on capitalism where everything there is so vibrant and colorful, whereas everything here feels uniform and dull, making the world feel like everyone is just a small cog in a grand unfeeling machine. Anyhow, like Yume Nikki, this is another RPG Maker game. The controls are the same as always. Arrow keys to move, holding shift lets you sprint, and just turn on auto run to save yourself the headache. Z and X to confirm and cancel, and escape brings up the menu. You name your character, known as the guy, and are set to graduate from business school or whatever. I don't like, the story really doesn't matter. At least within this game. I know there's a sequel, I don't know if it's story heavy, but isolated from that, this game isn't that deep. All you need to know is that capitalism bad. It's all mostly surface level. And even the stuff that could remotely be classified as subtext, you barely have to use any brain power to decipher any meaning from. This game is as subtle as a bull in a china shop, and honestly, I think it works to its favor. This game has to convey a lot in a short amount of time, so I don't blame them for not wanting to hide their message within layers and layers of abstract riddles. Suits has a lot of what I like to call high school humor, where I think me from high school would have loved this game. I mean, current me also loves this game, but still. A lot of these jokes are so dumb I can't help but laugh. Everybody's name is a pun, you fight loan sharks who are all actual sharks, except for this guy, who is a dolphin. In the courthouse, they have every kind of court, including basketball courts. You even got this guy.
Dinosaur, 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 dinosaur. Dinosaur, dinosaur, dinosaur. Dinosaur, dinosaur! Ah! There's dinosaurs everywhere! Oh god! Oh, they're eating people!
The amount of times this game has made me so, that is so fucking stupid, I love it, is a number I wish was in my bank account. If anyone disagrees and thinks this is just normal stupid and not good, you are objectively wrong and I will not be explaining further. Combat is simple. The guy has a TP bar that fills as the battle continues or can be filled up by consuming coffee. The guy's moves are all about doing big damage with your briefcase. You can restore damage done to you by eating sandwiches. One of the optional party members, Jerome, has a fuel bar, which is basically mana and can be replenished by drinking bottles of water. His moves are a bit more special. He uses a stapler to either attack multiple enemies at once or uses it to staple down a single target, inflicting paralysis. And that paralysis move is a surefire way to save on resources if you have the water bottles to spare, especially if you run into a fight that's a bit too strong for you. You have a surefire instant kill move provided you have the money. and you can just pay enemies to lose. Again, I think this should tell you everything you need to know about the world of Suits. Without spoiling too much, I'll say that the main draw of this game isn't with the story. It's all in the side quests. I won't be covering what those side quests are because I think it's way more fun to just explore this whack-ass world yourself, and why not? Again, it's only a single dollar to play. I know for a fact that everyone watching this has paid way more money for far less. This game is a cheap throw, not a cheap throw. Not every RPG has to be 80 hours long, but they should be fun. If you have a PC, you do not have an excuse to not play this game. Matter of fact, go check out the rest of Technomancy Studios while you're at it. The sequel is only $5, and while their upcoming project Gamma 19 has hit a few snags, that is no reason to count them out. Last year, they dropped Cave Crawler, which is supposed to be a series of smaller games, so this is supposed to be game one of some, and it's only $2. When I put 2 and 2 together and realized the Cave Crawler guys also made this game,
God motherfucking damn.
if you have $1 to spare, go play Suits, a business RPG. If you have $2 to spare, go play Cave Crawler. And if you somehow have more dollars to spare, go check out my Ko-Fi down below. You also might be wondering something if you've been paying attention to the rest of my channel. If this game is only just shy of 4 hours long, why the hell is it taking this guy 3 weeks to make this video? And the answer, my dear viewers, is that I have been remarkably busy. I just graduated from community college and am currently hunting down any and all job opportunities. I am not going back to services and retail. Anybody who's worked those jobs, especially recently, understands that those jobs are an entirely new type of pain and torment. The fact they haven't been categorically defined as cruel and unusual punishment is just another blemish on the American legal system. Until I do find something that pays well and is stable, Ko-Fi genuinely may be my only ticket out of moving from my parents' place, let alone surviving to see 30. Fuck it. No mystery this time. I'm playing Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl next. I've never played a Euro shooter before, and it's time I fixed that.